So, hello guys, and today I'm bringing you Diego from Italy. Uh, Hello Diego, first of all, and thanks a lot for being here.
Okay.
So, Diego was the best resulted Puffin at Calling Bologna, and he also then switched to Gravy and managed to reach a very good placing at Nationals in Italy. What was your placing with Gravy on?
15th out of like 84, something like that.
Nice. I mean, it was a very, very good result. So I wanted to bring Diego to talk with us a bit about Puffin, a bit about Grave, and how he feels about the matchup. But first of all, I want to congratulate you. I mean, you had a very good showing of playing of Flesh and Blood. So I'm very excited that you are here. And my first question is going to be, why did you choose to go with Puffin? What made you want to play Puffin for calling Bologna?
Uh, so I was waiting a lot for a new Mac since I started playing like competitive with Dash Inventor. Then I moved to Dio, and I was waiting a lot for a Mac which would not be that easy to fatigue because Dio and Dash Inventor is like every time I see a Guardian, a Warrior, even some Ranger can fatigue you. That's terrible.
Okay, that's interesting. And
I played like
yeah, go on,
yesterday. Huh?
go on.
I played like yesterday a game with one of my friends. He was playing Riptide, and even though I did like 2 or 3 max Vs, I couldn't win. And he was playing Riptide. That was terrible.
Okay, I
So
see. So, what made you choose? Because we have seen Puffin also using a boost type of list. So, what made you want to build towards this deck compared to the traditional boost deck, or did you straight up knew that you wanted to play a more value deck compared to the traditional boost mechanologies we've seen so far?
uh, one friend was when ICs came out was playing Puffin, and I really like that type of playing. And I do not like boost Puffin at all. It's for me a worse version of Dio or every mech because you're playing 13 copper cogs and not even max Vs. Mostly of times you just boost your best cards like Palantirs. And yeah, I do not like it at all.
Okay, I see. So, did you have any memorable games from Calling Bologna with this deck? Because I honestly have no idea how the matchups look like for Puffin. I mean, what matchups were you happy about? What matchups you feel like you have a problem facing with? Or can you give us a small guideline of what this deck wants to do and what it tries to accomplish during a game?
Uh, Before Calling Bologna, I did only 4 games with Puffin, which was a side. And I didn't even know how I managed to do a result with that. But okay, so I mean, probably the best way you can play Puffin is by pitch stacking Palantirs, because in that meta there were like Florians and deck like that. And you have to pitch stack your Palantirs, cog in the machines, and stuff like that. Hope you can arrive to the pitch stack before they kill you. So yeah,
Okay, so
uh,
I.
I played. I remember a game with Kasai, the first game, and I managed to resolve like 2 or 3 Palantirs. I destroyed in all equipments. Yeah, that was it. But just because of that. Against Syndra was really tough. I won only one by a judge call because my opponent miscounted something. And yeah.
I see.
The
So
other 2 I lost really bad. It's almost impossible, I'll say, to a matchup. But I'm gonna continue to say that Puffin needs a bit of boost, not literally boost cards, but a good card that can make the deck better. Because, like, sometimes you just draw, it's a galvanized copper cog, and defense reactions, and you just lose because that's bad.
I see. So in general, you prefer to play versus slower decks then, I guess from what you're saying. I mean, you prefer to want to play a slow game where you have the time to pitch up cards, or do you prefer to face versus aggressive decks? Because from the Syndra side, I think I agree that Puffin, there are not many scary cards from the Syndra side, for instance, for Puffin. So in general, which matchups do you think are better for Puffin and which are worst?
Uh, even can fatigue your opponent. So like I won like 2 times against Dio, I think. With Jolly Bludger, you just Jolly Bludger, give me 2 pounders, and you won.
Okay.
Um, don't ask me how, don't ask me why I managed to fatigue an Azalea. Don't ask me why. I do not know. And yeah, everyone you can fatigue, it's pretty easy to play against. Um, yeah, Kasai and everyone who really wants to keep their equipments. It's easy because you can Palantir them.
Okay, okay, I see. So,
But every aggro deck, it's not easy to play against. That's the only problem.
yeah,
So maybe after like Mastery Pack Guardian or something like that, Syndra maybe will go down in the meta, and maybe Puffin will be a really good deck. Who knows though?
okay. I'm not putting too much time in your list because mainly I want to talk about a few card choices you had, and then I want to ask you a lot about what made you choose into Gravy. But I really want to ask, how did you feel about the Loan Sharks in Puffin, and how did you feel about the Teeth of the Cog is also a card I'm really interested to see and figure out why you wanted to run these cards in your deck.
Okay. Loan Sharks, it's I'd say a not that good card for Puffin, but since I want a lot to just like 2 cards, make a cog, crank it, Cogwork Zeppelin, maybe with Tunic Resource you will make a cog, draw maybe a 2 for 6. And yeah, you don't have that many cards that makes you gold. So I do not have any better card,
I see.
unfortunately.
Okay.
And this of the cog, I like it a lot. It's a galvanize. It's a 0 for 4. So 1 card for damage is really good. And it's galvanized. If you have 2 of them, you can draw while blocking. And with Hogwarts Zeppelin, obviously, if you draw anything bad, if you have it in Arsenal, it's good. Mostly because of that.
Okay, I see. So, would you make any changes to the list now that Azalea and Nu have reached the Living Legend status?
I was testing the ratios of the Tropaldani, which I like it a lot. I removed all copper cogs, even though every Puffin player will say, why are you removing them? But I do not like them a lot. Like, uh, almost 80% of the matchup, I did not play them. I just removed them because they didn't block. And since I want to value my cards, I want 2 cards, Hogwarts Zeppelin, and pistol 8 damage with 2 cards. I do not need a copper cog. So I removed all of them. Um, I think in Calling Bologna I was playing Conquerors. Don't remember.
Yeah, your list right now has 2 copies of Conqueror of the High Seas.
Um, I I think I put in even another blue Teeth of the God, because it's a blue 0 for 2 better than Topple Branch and stuff like that. But let me see, I do have the deck here, so. Uh, but honestly, I do not think I changed that much. Yeah, maybe I think I switched to blue soap ups other than yellows, and yeah, nothing else.
Okay.
And
So
backup protocols.
backup protocols. Okay. What made you want to put backup protocols? I'm guessing reds into your deck.
Yeah, obviously. Just because of you want Palantirs, and it's really good. Like it's a crying, so you can draw while playing it. You can take Hogwarts Zeppelin if you don't have as many cogs as you want. It's everything I need, basically.
Okay.
Because in the worst part, you take like a Cloud Stiff or something like that. 1 for 5. It's not that bad.
Okay, so and I think that can wrap it up with Puffin in general. Do you think now Puffin is in a better position compared to what she was at Calling Bologna? Now again that Nu and Azalea have reached Living Legend status, or do you want the meta game to slow down even more in order for Puffin to be good?
I think I want the metas to slow more because, like, you can't win against Syndra. It's almost impossible. And yeah, probably after Mastery Pack Guardian, you will have more control stuff. And yeah, I'm happy that Azalea is in Living Legend, obviously, but was one of the only counters to Syndra. So maybe, I don't know. Everything that can disrupt Syndra was good. So yeah.
Okay,
If Syndra will go down, Puffin is gonna be better.
okay. I see. I can totally see your point. But and yes, that was the reason maybe that you chose to go into Gravy Bones for the Nationals. I mean, he still has a horrible matchup into Syndra, but what made you want to play Gravy Bones for the Italian Nationals?
Uh, Mostly because my dad bought it, and yeah, I like the gameplay. I like the cards like Chum and Whaler. You can combo them, and I wanted to test more Puffin, but since I had only 2 weeks, for me it wasn't enough. I had to test a lot of Gravy matchups, and that's mostly why I chose Gravy.
So, how did your matchup look in the Nationals? What did you play against? What did you feel comfortable into playing with? What were your worst matchup as Gravy?
Um, so my first game was against Azalea, and she dominated like Endless Arrow for 10 turn 0. I took 7 damage and that was it, basically. And I lost the second matchup against Marlin, just because Infinite Endless Arrow and Sunken Treasure Sizzler Savage, she flipped all of my good allies. So that was it. And I won the mirror. Then we had the 2 drafts, so I don't have to tell you. Um, in day 2, I won the first game against Victor, which was really easy, but my opponent got IP2, so
Ah, yeah.
why? And he wasn't playing Midas stuff, so that's mostly game. And I won against Verdance, and I won against Kasai while pitch stacking my last um, Give No Quarter and Avasti so that I can play Whaler and attack with it, taking holiday cards, and yeah, that was mostly it. and yeah, I managed to do a lot of ramps. So it was 6-6 with one card. So that was how I managed to do my result.
Okay, okay. So, I see in your list that you have given a lot of respect to Syndra because I'm guessing that's the games where you're bringing in the race phase, and I'm guess that it was a huge part into your testing. How did you feel about the Syndra Gravy matchup in general?
It depends a lot of how I see, because if Syndra starts, she did like 7 damage to me. I lost just just because of that. And honestly, I never played against Syndra, so I do not know that much. So yeah,
Okay, I mean it's a good thing to it's a good thing to dodge one of your worst matchup, I guess, in order to do that. Yeah. So, what did you like about the deck? Were you planning now again? Now that Azalea, for instance, has hit Living Legend status, what do you feel about Gravy moving forward? I mean, how do you feel the deck is going to evolve now that we are getting the Guardian Mastery pack, as you've already said, and now that Azalea is no longer with us?
I'm hoping Mastery Pack does not have good cards against Gravy, because against Guardian you're not at advantage. Because if he's playing Middlestat, he lost, and that's the problem. And yeah, probably Gravy is gonna move forward, but Rangers were a good matchup, I'll say, against like Riptide and Marlin. If they didn't manage to Infinite Endless Arrow you, you won easily. So I'll say it's almost 50-50 against Azalea, so it wasn't that bad.
Okay, okay, I see. So, moving forward, what are you excited to play now moving forward? Do you think you are going to stick into Gravy? Do you think you're going to get back into Puffin? How do you feel moving forward from this spot?
I'm gonna play them both, obviously. Uh, I'm liking a lot Gravy, so I'm probably gonna keep playing it. And I'm waiting for Puffin to be good.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, I see. So, do you have any plans about traveling to any other event in the upcoming year, or are you, trying to prepare for Worlds in 2026?
Unfortunately, I cannot get to Worlds, and I'm not gonna get any tournaments. My dad didn't want me to.
Okay, okay. I mean,
Unfortunately,
but are you going to keep competing in the Italian scene though?
yeah, we have armories every Friday, so I'm gonna keep playing them.
Okay, okay. I see. By the way, Diego, I never asked a question that probably could be in a lot of people's mind. How old are you, by the way?
What do you think?
I would say you are 16 years old. I'm that far off. Oh my freaking god!
Really?
Hmm?
13.
How much? Sorry?
Almost 13. In the end of August, I'm gonna be
You are
13.
almost 13. Okay, I mean that's amazing. I mean, at your age, to have that much of confidence. I mean, I can totally see why your dad would not want you to start competing overseas and stuff. But I'm really excited that you really like the game. And when did you start playing Flesh and Blood?
It was 10. It was 3 years ago in Uprising. I don't know if it. When Uprising came out, I don't remember.
Yeah, I think
But
it's
sure, two
it's
or 3 years.
yeah, I think it's 3 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I was almost 10, I think.
Okay, I totally see. I mean, I'm really excited for you. I'm really happy that you managed between all that to find the time to be playing the game. But obviously, yeah, I mean, you should have other priorities right now. Considering your age.
Unfortunately.
Sorry?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, but you will have all the time in the world when you are, when you're growing up and you have more time to give more
Yeah.
time, hopefully, the game. Yeah. but I'm very excited. Diego, thanks a lot for being here. I think your story is very exciting. I'm really excited about your results. Congratulations again. I mean, you performed amazingly in both of the two events you attended to. So thanks a lot for being here, and I'll see you around.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.